So when we talk about tech as ministry or tech as worship, one of the most important things for me is that I'm working alongside everyone else in the process. So if I'm doing a worship service or if I'm doing a concert, um, I'm telling a story. I treat it just like I would treat theater, um, in that I am collaborating with everyone else involved to make sure that the people who are coming to see this or coming to participate can fully engage, and that there's an environment that's created that's conducive to that experience. So my first semester here, a couple weeks before, I had been watching a bunch of Raw TV episodes, and I really wanted to get involved with that, but didn't know how. I was standing in the bookstore, buying some books, and I ran into one of the panel members that was here at the time, and me and her hit it off immediately, and she suggested that I go ahead and join the crew even before they had their interest meeting for the year. So by the time that came around, I was already a part of the crew, or I was already had run audio for a couple episodes. So the next semester, I got hired with Media Services, got the chance to learn the lighting console here because it was different from the one that I had used back home. And after that, I started to doing lighting for chapel, various events, just started to really get into it and get into the groove of it. And it felt really good to be able to help someone else create or help someone else express themselves and be able to express myself at the same time. So I loved it. In addition to my work at Southeastern, I've gotten the opportunity to travel and do this. I've worked for several companies like up north, but when I first started, a lot of the people that I met were going to school for theater and going to school for lighting, and being able to have their entire college education center around this. And so when I got into those environments, it was a little bit intimidating to have those conversations with people and say, hey, like, what are you studying? Oh yeah, I'm actually studying lighting. And they'd ask me what I'm studying. I'm like, no, I'm actually like going to school for communications. I'm going to school for theology. And they wouldn't necessarily understand like how I even got into this. And my only answer was that I loved it and I needed to keep doing this. And so I had to eventually kind of talk myself out of this discouragement that I was feeling about not having the formal training that everyone else seemed to have. And so I had to, tell myself that, continually, like, just tell myself that I could do it, and prove to myself over the course of concerts and prove to myself, like, doing various shows that, no, you're meant to do this is important to you, and it's important to other people, and so I need to take advantage of the gift that I've been given.